For much of the winter of 2024 into 2025, Kling 1.6 was the leading AI video generator. Then, in early April, Runway Gen4 was released and the fight was on. Just a week later, Kling came back with Kling 2.0. This, of course, made us want to test the two against each other. After all, if you are creating a lot of AI video, you want to be using the best tool on the market, right? In this video, we'll test these two generators with 6 different image-to-video tests to compare the results. Before we get into that, let's talk about pricing and speed. Pricing is a big consideration for many of us, as the bills stack up with more and more AI subscriptions. Runway's base plan is $15 a month, but they do have an unlimited plan which could come in very handy if you are generating a lot of content. Kling's base plan is about $10 a month, but they don't have an unlimited plan. If you just need a few videos a month, Kling's pricing model might be the way to go, while if you are generating day and night, Runway Unlimited might be the right choice. As far as generation speed goes, I wouldn't consider either generator slow, although Runway was slightly faster. Runway generations averaged 2 to 3 minutes, while Kling averaged closer to 5 minutes. With those 2 points out of the way, let's get to the video generation comparison. Now, one thing that Runway Gen4 lacks, that our previous models didn't, is the ability to do text to video. So, I won't be able to test text to video like I did in my video, comparing WAN and Kling 1.6. That being said, my first image is one of my favorite image types to test out on text to video. So I've created this image of a penguin skateboarding down a sandy beach while wearing sunglasses with waves crashing in the background. I'm going to use that prompt for video generations as well. Okay, first up, Runway. I like the generation, the splash of the wave at the start against the skateboard, the way the penguin is moving and looking around, and even the sunglasses stay in place on its face. Unfortunately, the board isn't moving at all. It looks like the penguin is just standing still, and the prompt calls for skateboarding down a sandy beach. For Kling, all of the good things about the Runway generation hold true, but there is motion on the skateboard. Now, it's just running in a circle, and the penguin doesn't really look like he's going anywhere, but there is motion. Because of the motion of the board, I think this round goes to Kling, although I'm slightly disappointed with the motion of the board in both. The next image that I used was that of a huge red dragon flying over a medieval castle overlooking a coastline. People scatter in fear. The Runway Gen4 generation is pretty disappointing. The dragon is flapping his wings, but all the people are standing in place, and the only other motion is that of the waves on the beach in the background. The first 2 seconds of the Kling generation are significantly better. The dragon flaps his wings, and people are running everywhere. After that, there are some pretty major problems with the dragon deforming before coming back together, and most of this generation would not be usable, but it beats out what Runway generated, hands down. Kling goes up 2-0 on the scoreboard. Next up, this image of a car. The video prompt that I used was this: a 1970s sports car driving down a coastal highway in California. The camera follows from a high angle as the car zooms past. Great generation from Runway. My only complaint is that the car doesn't zoom past, as the prompt specifies the burnout type smoke that is coming from the car in the original image keeps coming, which isn't quite accurate probably, but a problem from the original image that the video just keeps. The Kling generation is just as good. There is a little more camera bobble, but just like Runway, the only problem with this generation is the smoke, and the car never passes the camera as the prompt asked for. We'll call this one a tie, as both are very good generations, and the things they missed and kinda got wrong are pretty much identical. We'll give both generators half a point on this one, giving us 2.5 to 1/2. Now, what about a made-up landscape? The prompt that I'll use for these generations is: the camera zooms in on the mythical landscape. The glowing mushrooms dance back and forth as water flows from the islands in the distance. Okay, with the Runway generation, we both have a gentle zoom in, and the waterfalls in the distance are flowing. It failed to provide any movement in the mushrooms in the foreground, though. The Runway Gen isn't bad, but the Kling generation gets the mushrooms right, along with the zoom and the mushrooms bouncing back and forth. Kling is going to get the nod on this one as well, making the score 3.5 to 1/2 after 4 tests. Now, these next two are the exact images that I used for my WAN versus Kling video, so you can compare the results directly with that video to compare all four. The first image is this warrior image. Along with this image, the prompt I added was, "The god of Germany stomps towards the camera as the Iron Eagle flies behind him. The camera moves on a crane to an overhead view." Unfortunately, the runway generation is pretty bad. There is no movement at all in the video generation, just a camera moving up. Considering I can create this effect for free with my video editing software, I'm pretty unhappy I wasted 25 credits on this. The Kling video is much better. The warrior stomps forward and the camera zooms over him. The end of the video shows the eagle flying and you can see almost a burned, scorched battlefield in the distance. Kling 2.0 is running away with this, making it 4.5 to just 1/2. Let's see if Runway can take the last comparison and make this a closer fight. The next image is of this performer. I used this for an AGT transformation video a while ago. The prompt is very detailed as I'm asking for a transformation into an eagle, so I will leave a link to it, and all the other prompts in my free AI content creators community, you can grab them there. Sadly, this transformation wasn't all that impressive either. Even with a much more detailed prompt, Runway struggled to come up with a really good, interesting transformation. The Kling generation doesn't actually show the transformation, but you do see the flames and feathers before you see the eagle appear. While I don't know if I'd use either of these generations in a video that wasn't a comparison video, Kling was better. So we'll wrap up this comparison at a surprising 5.5 to just 1/2 in favor of Kling 2.0. While this was a landslide victory for Kling 2.0 over Runway Generation 4, I don't want you walking away thinking Runway is bad. I created a great short cinematic film just using Runway Gen 4 that you can find in the description or in the card at the top of the video. With the exception of the eagle transformation prompt, all of these generations could probably be improved with a slightly better prompt. Even with taking that into consideration, I think it's pretty easy to see that in most cases, Kling 2.0 is the new king of AI video generators. If you enjoyed this comparison video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.